Hey, it's JJ. How are we doing? So we're into the third week of a month-long lockdown, and let's be realistic that it's going to continue into December, possibly in towards Christmas. So I've kind of said in like the last video or the previous one that, you know, there's not going to be any overnight camps. I'm not going away to far off fetch places or anything like that, or real sort of meetups, but what I'm going to do is just continue going out on these little trips out in my local wood, and just sort of talk you through some of the bits that I'm actually doing on that day. You know, a little kind of bushcraft series as such, and that's what a few of my other friends and that are going to be doing as well, because normally we'd meet up and have a couple of winter camps, but that's not going to be happening. So at least for the next sort of month, 6 weeks or so, it's just going to be me literally coming into little woods like this and that, which is literally 5-10 minutes on my doorstep. I'm 7 minutes from actually being in the countryside, which is just behind me there, so there's a few more woods that I can get out to there. As soon as I'm able to, I'll be heading up to Shropshire, Telford, to my best mate Dave Darcy, and finally a lot of you know this on Facebook anyway, that I've actually finally got myself my own Canadian canoe. Yep, Dave's got several, and he's decided to part with one, and I've taken it off him. A Mohawk 14-foot Canadian. I cannot wait. At the moment it's only essential travel, so that's all paid for. That's just going to wait until I can get up and get it, and then over Christmas into winter into spring we'll be getting out in the water. We'll be doing some canoe camping, trips down the rivers local to me and to some other places, so I'm really excited about that. But that's going to be waiting a little while, to say, for the foreseeable future. Local short little videos in the woods explaining what I'm doing, do some winter identification of trees and plants and that, 'cause that's always really good to see in the winter state, and some other things as well. So we're going to get over to my little spot that I've started using over here. Gonna have a brew and get the fireballs going once I've got some tinder sources. Let's go. It's late afternoon, about 20 minutes of 20-25 minutes of sunlight left before it sets, so we're just heading out. Quick little brief foray into the woods. Wow, 99% of the leaves off the canopy have come down now. So much more light coming through in these little copses and thickets in the wood behind the house, apart from the odd pine tree. Anyway, gonna head out. Quick little burn of the firebox, see if we can find some hazel. Back in a bit. Walking through and just spotted these, you know, these not vines, but you know, the stuff that wraps itself around tree. Ivy, is it ivy? Can't remember, brain's gone. Wraps itself around trees and just constricts it, ends up killing trees. I just noticed there's a bit here, and just think it's got some loose fibres that seem pretty dry. I might be able to utilise them in the fire. So we just bundle those up, pop them in a pocket, see how it goes. in this small bit of woodland near me. There's a fair bit of hazel, and a lot of it's just kind of been left. And just looking at this bit of hazel coppice here, there are some bits that I could take that are still part of the rootstock and cut that down. But as it still has some of the leaves in it, it's still drawing down the energy, drawing the sugars back down into the base. So I don't want to create a fresh cut, a fresh wound for that on this particular one. But I just did notice that there is a piece that's come off, and we'll just see if it's going to be of any use. So this is already dead, which is good. I don't need all of it, but I think enough for a fire. Let's go from there. Oh yeah. That is dry. You can just tell by the colour of the sawdust that's coming off. See that? Nice and dry. As I say, I don't want too much. Let's turn that, support that on my knee a bit better. Yeah. Nice and dry both ends. Fold that up. That's all I need. I could still probably get a bit more off of this, and certainly get a bit more off of this bit, but what I'll do is I'll just place the real dead end on the ground and the dry bit in there, and the same with that bit. And then I know the next time that I come past here, there's two bits that I can easily grab hold and process. So I'm going to take this with me to where I'm going to get set up, and I'll reduce that down maybe into 3 pieces and then split it with the axe. Catch you in a bit. So I've managed to get some hazel, and I saw in those logs, and they were plopped down on the floor near my pack, and I just picked them up with my hands. But what I didn't realise is that they'd gone into a nice, extremely smelly fox turd. Just got it all over my hands. I mean, you know it's fox and not dog. They've got a very, very distinctive smell. Fox crap has. I'm kind of reluctant to handle this, but I want a fire, so needs must. So, showing you this already before, that you place the axe head about 1/3 over from the top. Keep your fingers out of the way so that when you drive down, it's not the best angle for this, but let's see how that goes. Perfect. Now I'm going to try and drive that into the edge of this stump so the axe stays there. And that's split perfectly. Now, did you notice there that I wasn't twisting the axe itself, I twisted the wood, and that split that perfectly. Let's have another go at that. Oh, this one's a bit knotty. Real big knot in it, but that's got off a nice bit. I can live with that. Yeah, this is a real knotty piece. So I think I'll save the rest of that one. want smaller bits off now to get inside the box. Place another bit on there. Let's use that long piece there. Knees well out of the way. Arm's length. Turn that. Couple of smaller pieces. That's all I want just to get going. I'm not going to be out here long. I don't need to process a lot. So in conjunction with that hazel and that ivy strands that I've got, which I'm literally just going to really rough up, see if that takes a strike, we'll get a fire going. That light is going. We need to get a shifty on. I've got a head torch, but I generally wait till it's dark for that. Come on, there you go. That's taken. I've put a tiny little bit of kapok fluff. It's almost like a wall in the bottom, and then this vine, and I've just almost made cordage out of it, taken it into strands. I'm going to keep the rest of that because that works nicely. It's quite dry. It's very fibrous, so I'm happy with that. That's going. I'm happy with that. Where's my pack? Pop that in there. So yeah, this is what it's all about for the next sort of month, 6 weeks. Get out, local little soirees, show you some of the techniques, show you some of the things I get up to, and that's what it's going to be about. Until we can go and pick that Canadian up. Some of those smaller bits of hazel on there. See how long that goes for. Yeah, until I can get the Canadian, I'll get out on local other walks. To say I'm going to do some winter tree identification. I'll do some other bits as well, some tracking. Hopefully if we get some snow, do some footprint identification, which would be really good, and so I look forward to that. A couple of kit reviews I've still yet to get out, but that's what it's going to be. So everyone that still continues to watch and has liked and subscribed and leaves a comment, thank you very much. If there's any bits you'd like to sort of see me do or elaborate on, please feel free to drop that in a comment, and we'll see if we can fit it into what I have planned over the next couple of months. So until then, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up again soon. See you later.